What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 4 for today's video. So, as you guys know, I have been playing pretty much all of these previous Forza Horizon games before Forza Horizon 6, just to kind of have a little look at all of them and see how pretty much they are, right? And it's been fun to try and revisit all of them and just see how they've progressed over the years, and you know what has gotten better, what has improved, and we made it all the way to Forza Horizon 4. If you want to see all the previous videos on, Horizon 3, 2, and 1, and of course, obviously 5, go check out the channel. Go subscribe if you're new. It helps a lot. Plus, I'm going to be uploading a lot of Forza Horizon 6 videos whenever that's out. So, I guess you guys get to keep up to date whenever I upload videos like that. Now, I'm still sick. You can probably tell by my voice I'm still sick. I'm going to try not to talk too much in this video, so it'll be just the main bits and pieces that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. So I'm going to try and keep this video not that long, maybe a little bit shorter than the usual ones, because it is definitely a strain on my throat. Also, here's a comment of the day, I guess, or a comment of the video. This is from I think one of the previous videos, probably yesterday's video, which is exactly what I'm doing. Someone has suggested that I should try and basically showcase some of the comments that you guys post on my videos, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to showcase some of the random comments that you guys post in the comment section. So if you have anything funny, weird, dumb, or whatever to say, definitely put them down in the comments below, and you may be featured in the next video. Anyway, yeah, Forza Horizon 4 is definitely one of those games where I see. Here's the thing: not a lot of people enjoyed the UK. Not a lot of people enjoyed Scotland and England and Wales and all that, right? They didn't really care that much about it, so they didn't really like this map that much. But the one main and most important thing coming from Forza Horizon 3 as well is how beautiful is this game. It is absolutely gorgeous to play. It genuinely doesn't feel like there's much of a difference between Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5 when it comes to the quality of like the objects and cars and everything like that. It just looks like a fantastic game to play. Like, visually, it is beautiful. I mean, I've made obviously so many videos on this game on the channel, and it's always been such a great game. We also had a massive improvement in the actual car sounds. Like, listen to this. The Audi R8 does not sound like this, even in Forza Horizon 5. Like, the pops as well in this game are so much better. It just... they've got something nailed down with the car sounds in this game. They really, really did, and a lot of people absolutely loved them. They didn't really like a lot of Horizon 5 stuff. That's why Horizon 5 even had updates to change some of their car sounds, if you didn't know that was the thing. So some of the car sounds actually ended up changing over and improved over the next however many years. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't any good sounding cars in Horizon 5, because there 100% there are. But I'm just saying, like, that it's such a big improvement from 3, which is kind of what I'm talking about in this game. I love the map. There's nothing really bad to say about this map. The only thing I really don't like about it is there's no like big city skyscrapers or all that, but it is the UK. It is Scotland, especially, which is where the city is from, and it's Edinburgh up here, which I don't really mind, because it's something that's kind of, it feels familiar living in Ireland, because it's very like Celtic and all that. It's very, very similar to the architecture. It's very, very samey, if that makes sense. So I do really love Edinburgh. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful place if you look around. And you can tell that we're in winter season as well. There's snow everywhere. As much as I hated this, I remember I used to hate this back in the old day because of the videos. I used to love doing the top 1000 videos, and I used to try and obviously get as high as possible on the leaderboards. And there's one week where I actually wasn't able to record any of those type of videos, and that was during the snow season, right? That was during the winter season, where it snowed everywhere. The ground was constantly wet. Everything was full of snow. I mean, obviously the roads that I was driving on before, which were more over here towards where the festival is, these are still like filled with snow. Even like the main roads, not the dirt roads, because the dirt roads are as well, but the main road as well. Again, massive improvement to the open world-ness of it, I guess, if you want to call it that. But genuinely, this game is absolutely gorgeous, including the DLCs, man. The Aurora Borealis as well. If you go over to the to one of the best DLCs that I think they've made, because of they added something that a lot of us really wanted, and these beauty spots as well in this game that they showcased to everybody. It genuinely made the game like feel like it was just a beautiful place to be in. I feel like they went to town with the way they designed this game.
There's actually a beautiful hiking trail that winds up through the forest and along the shoreline. Long walk though, so it's much faster if you do it in a Jag.
Like I said, it's just a beautiful game. It genuinely is. Like, there's no way you can play this game and be like, oh yeah, this is outdated or this is ugly or whatever. Like, it just isn't. It is just a gorgeous game. Let's talk about everything else now, because we kind of talked about the map. I love the map. I think it has like one of the best highways as well, going all the way across like this. It's fairly straight. We have maybe one or two like turns in it, but it's fairly straight. We don't really have a big airstrip, to be honest. We do have a couple of drag strips though as well. So we have one at the festival here. We of course have the highway, but we also have another one over here as well. That green airstrip, which is not really a strip. There's also an area on the beach, which I'm pretty sure is here where the castle is, right? Which was also used as a drag racing event area too. So if I go, so you can see, there you go. You can drag race on the actual beach itself. So, yeah, I don't remember there being any drag racing events. Oh yeah, I forgot about the ice one as well. There's this one on the ice. Obviously, this is only doable in the winter season if you want to drag race this on the ice, which is very cool. But I'm just saying, I don't think there was any sort of drag racing events in the previous games. If there were, maybe one or two of them on the airstrip and all that. Oh no, there were. There definitely were. No. I remember there were. No, they definitely were. I completely forgot if they were or not. But I do remember now that they actually were. We actually did have them. But yeah, I loved all of the events in this, like the massive lake and everything. I'm not gonna go full on in detail with everything, but yeah, as you can see, tons of events. Obviously, a lot of the stuff is returning from Forza Horizon 3. PR stunts, all the different types of events, like the road racing events, the off-road racing events. We have the cross-country events as well. The drag racing events, like all of these have fully returned to this game as well. Now, if I go show you guys the menus, which is kind of a very similar menu to what we have in Forza Horizon 5 now. This was kind of where it settled in properly, right? Like scrolling across the screen is kind of the way this still is in today's game. It's a slightly different layout, but it is still quite similar. It tells you the temperature that's outside, which is very cool. Festival playlist got a massive new update, so this is kind of what the festival playlists were like. Now, this is basically very similar, if not almost the exact same as what we have now with the current festival playlist of Forza Horizon 5. So they kind of copy-pasted this and brought it over to the new one. Obviously, if you remember the Forzathon events that we had before, they were a little bit different to what they are in this game, so the ones that we had before in Forza Horizon 3. But these are very much the same as the new ones. Of course, in the new one, they kind of expanded on it and they made it a little bit better. But the festival playlists are very cool. This is when we first started taking a look at a lot of the really cool ones. There's still loads of people playing this game. There's 59 players in this lobby, which is sick. There's still loads of people on this game playing it. We have star cards, which basically a bunch of different types of events to get some more. I don't even know what you really get for this. You don't really get anything, do you? Like, you get some sort of rewards there, as you can see, like t-shirts and all that. Something extra, right? Something a little bit more different and special. The Eliminator, being the first time released in this game, is a hide and seek game mode, or I guess a battle royale hide and seek game mode, because you can't technically play this game as like a hide and seek, but it's a battle royale at the end of the day. You basically go ahead and you try to eliminate as many people as possible, get to the end and win. You can still hide until the very end and win if you really want to play it that way, but ideally it's a battle royale. That's pretty much what the game actually is. Anything else on this list here? We have My Horizon Life, which obviously just tells you what your stats are, what you've completed, what you haven't completed. This Forzathon shop that we have here, you can buy stuff with your Forzathon points, which is, I think, something that we didn't really have before in 3, if I remember correctly. So this is also very similar to 5. Now, moving on to the DLCs, we have the Fortune Island expansion, which again, everybody loved. Everybody wanted the Fortune Island. Everybody wanted an expansion or an area, some sort of a mountain where you can drift on, and this is where they brought out the drifting mountain on this game. It was fantastic. I'm gonna go over to it now just because I want to see it again. And of course, what you're watching in the background right now in the loading screen, that is the actual map. So at nighttime, if you get like lucky, you can see the Aurora Borealis. So again, they've done a good, very, very good job when it came to the whole setting a quality standard for this game, and it actually is beautiful. Look at that. Like, you can't tell me that you hop on this game and you don't think that this is a beautiful game. And you can still see people drifting up and down the mountain. The Needle Climb is what it was called. I loved it. Like, this was such a fun map as well to play on. It's not overly like big or insane or anything like that. Anything crazy. Of course, it's very stormy as per usual. You have like your left side of the map, which is kind of filled with all these like regular roads, and you have your right side of the map, which is filled with like all these off-road trails. We have this one here that goes all the way around the actual mountain itself. Again, it's just a beautiful little place. You have these little islands as well here that people are driving on. And here's the thing as well. I'm gonna go back to the main map. The amount of things that they've added in this compared to what Horizon 3 was like, as in like loads of spots around the map that you can find that's like very like historic, if that makes sense. So you have like these cottages, you have these like abandoned like churches or abandoned buildings or stuff like that. Like, you have stuff like this all over the map, which is kind of cool to see. So all of these viewpoints and all that, it just, again, it makes the map a lot more impressive to play on than like any of the previous games, you know? Like, it's just better to play on. Now, the next one was also the Lego expansion, which was actually kind of cool. It was something a little bit different. I mean, it's a little bit more childish than anything, but the collaboration between Lego and Forza, of course, they ended up bringing this game, or this expansion out to everybody. It was kind of fun because it was different. It was still super high quality, but everything was like Lego bricks and all that. It was kind of cool. Horizon Super 7 returns to this game. Actually, sorry, Super 7 was invented here, right? This was a very similar-ish thing to the bucket list events that we had before. That's what it was. So the Super 7 was basically bucket lists that you are now able to create yourself. So you can create your own challenges. You can basically create your own bucket list, which in this game is just called Horizon Super 7. Which is very cool because you can do pretty much whatever you want, and you can, you know, put it up and people play, and it's all cool. Different game modes as well that we had here. We had a bunch of stuff like the drift adventures. You had your private adventures. You can create everything. You had your ranked adventures if you want to do any of that sort of stuff. Your series rewards as well for participating in all of it. Creative Hub as well is where all of your tunes and your vinyls and your paints and all that, and your photos also shared. I'm just looking at some of the stuff that I have here. Some of the old stuff. So all these you basically shared to people, and they would basically end up, you know, viewing them, downloading them, using them, all the liveries and design and tunes and everything, and you'd end up getting money for it as well, which is very, very cool. This was very sick as well. This whole section here, Horizon promo back again. Obviously, car mastery is now per car, per individual car instead of overall, which is a good thing. It's so much better because you get to spend your points a little bit more, because once you complete the top of pretty much everything in Horizon 3 and you got all of your skill points kind of set up, I mean, you can't really use them anymore on anything. Whereas in this one, pretty much every single time you buy a new car, you can use your skill points, which is very, very sick. There's a new way to search for cars, so even if you have all of your cars here, you can now have this massive list where it's so much easier and so much handier to basically find and select the car that you want to drive, and you just take it out. Rivals again return, monthly rivals, race discipline rivals, all that, all return. Clubs are a little bit different because they now changed them, so they are part of the Xbox like club. It's not like an in-game thing. It's basically just Xbox's version of the clubs, which you can join and do the same thing. It was just annoying that it was max 2,000 players. Bit annoying. Doesn't matter though. A lot of them are cheated at the top of the leaderboards. And then we have the marketplace, which is very similar to what it was before, so it's not much different there. But overall, a lot of people fell in love with the Forza series with this game. I feel like this game is one of them that attracted a lot of people. They ended up doing an insanely good job with it, in my opinion. that are hooked a lot of people on this game. So even when Forza Horizon 5 came out, a lot of people didn't even stop to play this game to get the new one because they thought they just didn't like the new one. It felt like the older game, like this game, was just a better game. And a lot of people still think that. A lot of people still think that Forza Horizon 5, even when it came out, and it's been out for like maybe like a couple of weeks, it was like a Forza Horizon 4.5, Forza Horizon 4.5, if that makes sense, because it's just they didn't feel like a lot has really changed. I think lighting wise, Forza Horizon 5 is better. I think this is a little bit more oversaturated as a game. It's a little bit more colorful than Forza Horizon 5, but it still genuinely feels like the quality of the game just feels really, really good. And again, there's something about this map that's just so much more appealing to drive on than Forza Horizon 5's map, you know, and even though it's smaller. Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it there for today. Forza Horizon 4 was honestly a massive success. Not only just for everybody to play the game, but just for me as a creator as well. Love the game. Absolutely loved it. And I still love it to this day. But I'm going to outro the video now because I am losing my voice completely and I'm coughing more and more. So it's going to get to a point where I'm going to have to edit it out every single time I cough. Which I've already started doing, by the way. But yeah, anyway. I'm sorry if this video wasn't more in-depth. But I mean, I've played so much of this game. And like, there's so much I've went through in this game on the channel. I don't really want to go through every single little thing. That's it for me. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.